got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Chubb will get the call running left, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard. Chubb on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. To throw is Watson.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
York able to send this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, You're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Martin Emerson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And an update from down in the Steel City. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A give running right is Chubb. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 3rd and long, it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. good job declining that penalty.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good pickup there, 26 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
To throw is Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. Now he steps away. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Jets.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in Week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Zerline now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Charles puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number. And he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On 1st down, it's Watson.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
17 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Cleveland offense making their way out. But right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Right back to Njoku. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, Watson looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
The 20.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
New York set to take the field.
They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. Cook. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 7.
Watson on 3rd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Now Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return.
A nice little juke. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
The 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers setting up the screen for Cook.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers able to find Lazard.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And again, it's Rodgers.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cook running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Wilson's got it complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Browns have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Rodgers going to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Browns to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. Watson on first down.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now it's Watson. A bootleg out to his left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Get all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is Cook with a grab. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he'll work down inside the 45. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run, first level being the D-line, and linebacker second level, and the secondary the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Watson. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cleveland offense making their way out. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23. Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Hardman on the return. Turn there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And now this offense comes back away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep downs. They can't touch the ball.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this win to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
First down, here's the run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he powers his way up past the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards. And obviously the first down to go along with it.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
A give running right is Chubb.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 75 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run again on first down. Chubb. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now it's Watson.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb.
His first rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. On second down, Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Jets on the move. Couple of big plays back-to-back.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Completes it to Hardman.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Cook up the gut. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Here's Cook again.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Dalvin Cook
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 10. 1:39 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Watson to throw. Gets this to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To throw, Watson. Pass complete to Chubb.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Here's Watson. Throw complete to Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Drops it off for Chubb. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Now Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Watson trying to get his guys moving.
Watson.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.